What's going on, everybody? Welcome to 30 days of thriving during this holiday season. My name is Tanya Oliver, and I'm going to be your coach for the day. Today is really just about, so welcome if you're just joining. Today, we're going to be talking about something really needed, which is about checking yourself and checking your energy and how to reclaim it. I get a lot of people that are like, how do you operate in certain situations regardless of what's happening? Because like how do I claim that energy? How do I do an energy check-in? How do I operate at very high energy levels regardless of what happens? If something falls through or if you have, bad news or you need to have a really hard conversation. And that's what I want to talk about with you today. Hey, Renee. Hey, everybody. Natalie, Chris. And so I'm going to teach you a few things. So if you guys are open for it, if you have any questions, but before we get started, I want you to let your friends know what's up, what we're talking about today. Today, we're talking about energy check-in, getting your energy right, checking in with yourself, recalibrating yourself. And also, we have really amazing news until Friday. You guys do not sleep on this. Like I'm telling you, 50% off the Academy for the whole year. All right, 50% off for the whole year. It is a year Academy. You're going to be learning every single thing that I know to fast track you in order to get you to operate at higher levels mentally, physically, emotionally, and energetically. You can click the link in the bio, but it's also tanyacoliver.com/Cyber Monday, only until Friday. If you have any questions, you can send me a message and I'll be able to answer any questions you have or even hop on a complimentary consultation call, which I'm offering just for this week. So make sure you take advantage of that. Today, I'd like to start with your permission to do a check-in. So are you guys cool with the check-in? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a hand on a heart. I've recently been doing two hands. Our hands are an extension of our heart. And I've been talking about this throughout the week as far as like, why is this even relevant? Like, this is weird. I have some people that even like when I do this and I do this at speaking events with thousands of people, they have a very hard time putting their hand on their heart. But we have a heart. And without our heart, we have no life. And so the more that you start to like accept that versus rejecting those aspects of you, the faster you're going to really thrive in life because this is a part of you. And the heart, the reason why it's so fascinating, there's a movie called The Power of the Heart. Highly recommended. Explains the science, the epigenetics, all the things that happen. But the power of the heart is that this is where, so if you're confused in life, if you aren't sure if you're on the right path, if you're not certain about the decisions that you've made or the choices that you've made, at any point in time, you can come back here because this is home. This is home. This is where you've been gifted your very unique interests, the things, your desires, what will, really lead you to a level and a life of fulfillment, happiness, joy, abundance, wealth, like freedom. Because we can all agree, like, if we come together as a whole or we come to a mastermind or we meet up for something and we talk about like, okay, I want this, I want that, I want that. Why do I want this? Why do I want this? And please mark your calendars for December 11th. We are hosting a free webinar on intrinsic goal setting. It's going to forever change your life. I've worked with 8-figure business owners, 9-figure business owners, 6-figure business owners, people that don't even have businesses that are just, I think raising your children is a business, to be honest. I think it's one of the most impactful and powerful things you can ever do. So for the women that are, the spine of the family, know that you are an entrepreneur. You are one of the most impactful entrepreneurs in the world, and that is a role that you've taken on. And so treat it like a business, and I think it will shift like your whole relationship around it. But if we're coming back to the power of the heart, this is where your worth comes into place. This is where your level of importance, your passions, your desires, where you're going and what's going to bring you that stuff. So when we come together, like as a group, no matter what roles you've taken on in life, we can all agree eventually getting to the end goal of why you want to be a millionaire, why you want to be a billionaire, why you want to have that type of relationship, because I will feel free. I will feel fulfilled. I will feel love. Like it all comes back to those core desires. I will feel like I have vitality. Well, why do you want to look a certain way? Because then I feel like maybe people will take uh, I'll expand in something, which, well, why do you want this? Why do you want this? What do you think having this is going to make you feel? It all comes down to, I want this because I believe at the end of the day, it's going to lead to something intrinsically, internally. And so when we come back here, this is your special uniqueness. Once you remove and unlearn a lot of this work, when people start coming to me, they start to realize, like, wait a second, I'm not really like learning anything that I didn't already internally know. It's just that you've given me so much clarity and understanding that I can remove the resistance and the attachments that are blocking my blessings. And that's really what this journey is about. This journey of you, of whatever you're chasing, whatever you're trying to achieve, comes down to some really core things. And it's okay to learn how to pivot and be there. But as long as you understand, like, I'm on course, I'm on path, like, keep going. Sometimes we're just 3 feet away from that big breakthrough, from transitioning our obstacles into massive, massive, impactful opportunities and the deepest, darkest segments of our life and our pain into power, into our power. So today I want to just give yourself permission to just do an energy check-in, to recollect yourself, no matter what's going on in your life, whatever you're facing, whatever mental battles, whatever physical battles, whatever emotional battles, and whatever like heart-centered spiritual battles you're going through, to learn to really reconnect with yourself. And in something when I teach my clients, where we go through in the academy and the mastermind elite and my one-on-ones, is how to process emotions. And when we process emotions, you understand, like, it gets confusing. I'm going to tell you why. When we process emotions, you understand that you are powerless when you are operating in a negative state of emotion. That energy is called beta energy. It's a low frequency, and it creates a lot of mental paralysis in the brain. So we're not very clear, and when we don't have clarity, we don't have confidence in our ability to make the right decisions that will lead us to that end target goal that we're trying to achieve. Does that make sense, you guys? Can you guys, like, is this like making sense? Just type yes in the chat box or give a little thumbs up if this is like resonating. And if there's any specific questions, you can go ahead and drop them below as well. And once you understand, like, wait a second, like, I thought I was powerful operating in this like mode, right? Because of the dopamine release. So it confuses the body and it stresses us out. And the stress is what creates aging. It creates a lot of diseases that really slow us down. And I know you guys are here, so you want speed, you want endurance, you want impact with whatever it is that you're trying to achieve in your life. And when you understand, and this gets confusing too, the mind's very tricky. Remember, this is programming. This is truth. Teaching the mind to become obedient to the heart and how to get on your own winning team. Remember, that's the goal. Like, how do I become an asset in all segments of me versus a liability? So when you understand, wait a second, when I operate in a higher level of frequency, stepping into the alpha energy, we got beta, alpha, theta, delta, gamma. Okay, not that you have to understand that, but just so you know, I know what I'm talking about. And we're operating in a higher frequency, which is more of a calm energy. It's almost like this hypnotic rhythm. We're like in this hypnotic rhythm of programming. When the mind goes negative, we hypnotize it into the positive. And the power behind the positive, but actually feeling it and feeling this calm frequency. I just had a coaching session on like getting hooked on your resonance and getting hooked on, no matter what's going on the external, you're still operating in this resonance. Because why is it important? Because I can be clear. And when I'm clear, I have the ability to see things of what needs to be course corrected and what needs to shift. I'm not doing anything and sitting here and saying kumbaya. That's not what I'm saying. That's not how we operate as elite human beings, getting massive things done, trying to create impact in the world and in our businesses and make a lot of money, change a lot of lives, be of service. You have to be able to trust yourself to make some sharp decisions when chaos hits. And chaos could be mental chaos. It could be family chaos. It could be, financial chaos. But this stays solid. This stays recession proof. Okay. And I don't really like using those words, but I mean, we can't ignore what's going on either. And so as everybody's this is in this beta energy and you're in this alpha energy and you're operating at higher levels, you're like, wait a second, I am clear and I am a clear channel and I can make decisions. I can see where those holes are in life and in business. And I have the ability to see beyond what other people are seeing because everybody else is caught up in this little fear-based energy and operating in low frequency and then having to go back and clean up stuff and clean up the messes because they miss them or they slip by or they were in mental paralysis or they're in burnout or they're in this and they're in that. And you're clear, and because you're taking care of yourself, you have the endurance when everybody else is trying to sprint and you're still going, and everybody else has worn themselves out because when we're stressed out, it's physically exhausting. So I can see a lot of people are getting sick right now. That was your body yellow lighting. Your emotional system was yellow lighting, and the body, we weren't listening. I mean, I'm listening. I hope you guys are listening. Like, hey, pay attention to me. I need to be shifted back into the green. The green is thriving. Yellow is, hey, pay attention to me. Red is too late. You're going to be shut down. You're going to be stopped. And you're going to be forced to hear me. And that's what the body and the nervous system does. Because there's only so much that we can handle before we shut down, to prevent us from creating even more trauma that we've created in our cortisol levels in the body. So one way to do like a check-in is just like allow it, like coming back here and just do it with me if you want. Watch me first. We're going to settle in the hands. The moment we put the hands on the heart, we are instantaneously calming the nervous system. And with the nervous system in a calm state of energy, we have our most sharpest mind, the most clarity in our mind, so that we are capable of making excellent decisions and trusting our ability to see beyond. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take 5 deep breaths. And we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, you're going to gently open up your eyes and you're going to bring in these 3 fingers, and we've got our thumb and our pointer. This is the easiest. Typically we go like this, but a lot of people we're just trying to keep it simple right now, okay? Simplicity, efficiency, impact. We're going to plug our right nostril. We're going to exhale all that air out. You can exhale, plug your mouth through the left. Inhale through the left. Plug, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Plug, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Plug, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Plug, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Plug, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Plug, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Plug, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Plug, we got 2 more rounds. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Plug, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Plug, exhale through the left. Last inhale. Plug both nostrils, tuck your chin into your chest, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. So you can see that you just gave yourself a healthy timeout. That healthy timeout puts you into a hypnotic rhythm. Why do we turn to scrolling and electronics or television or eating or drinking or substances? Because it puts us in that same energetic state that we just put a little bit of effort into achieving. And you have to understand, anything we do, if you start to shift your energy over to the outcome versus the long game versus the short game, okay, yeah, I gotta take a moment, I have to breathe. Why do we not do it? I don't have time. That took like a few minutes, but you have 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours to scroll, to watch videos, to put your energy into somebody else's life but your own. Everything is about perspective. When perspective shifts and you understand things and you see things in different angles, you're able to then reprioritize. And when people talk about balance, I don't teach balance. I teach priorities, because balance doesn't exist and it never will. We go through multiple different seasons in our lives, in our years, based on our aging process. And every season is going to require different tools to be able to support us on what we have taken on, the responsibilities, the roles, what's going on outside of us, outside of our control. But these type of exercises and you really understanding how to master your energy and master your emotional state and master the mental stuff and master the physical, because the physical helps reclaim control over all this stuff, you're able to be in the top percentage. Because who do people go to when times get rough and everybody's running around like little chicken heads, like little bobbleheads in a beta energy? They go to the leaders. Who are the leaders? The ones who are calm, collected, and have it under control. They have it under control. Even if things are going crazy in here, you have it under control. And so it's so critical, especially right now, to do your energy check-ins, to understand if the moment you say, I don't have time to take a breathing break, when you're about to have an anxiety attack, when you're about to have anxiety, when there's chaos going on, when you're having team meetings, you're in team trainings, you're running businesses, and, like, taking that healthy time out, excusing yourself, like going to the bathroom if you need to, if you have other people, doing a breathing breath, checking in with yourself and remembering, I am powerless in a negative state of energy. I'm powerless in a negative state of energy. Even though you might have subconsciously somehow in point in your life or learned the behavior from childhood that you get your way when you throw a temper tantrum. But that is not for the long run, because nobody wants to be around negative people for very long. And so, yeah, you might get what you ask for, but if there's multiple paths to an end destination, and understanding what do I want and what are my core values and what type of relationships do I want to have and how do I want to behave, or do I want to be out of control? Do I want to be in control? One of the greatest things that every successful human being wants is they want to feel in control. But in order to feel in control of life, you have to learn how to be in control of your emotional state. You have to learn, like, when things are feeling a little chaotic, how to recalibrate yourself and how to reclaim that energy and get it in check. Because energy does not lie. Frequency does not lie. It is always felt. Words, my friend Renee's on here, he'll tell you. He's a body language expert. Words are only 7% of communication. Our tonality, which is our frequency, is the bigger part of it. Our body language. But if our bodies are subconscious and we're carrying the energy inside of our body, so wouldn't that really still be 93%? Is like the energy and the frequency that we're projecting? And that's nobody else's responsibility but our own, and also understanding how to have healthy tools of how to get it in check. So I want you to take moments throughout your day whenever you need them, apply this very, very simple breathing exercise, and understand, like, the breath controls the rate at which your heart beats. My breath controls the rate at which my heart beats, and that impacts my whole nervous system, my energetic state. So when we did that nose plug and we plugged in, we have one of the largest nervous systems in the body called the vagus nerve. And we pinched it off. And we went into a sensory withdrawal, because our senses are what gets activated. And that's what sometimes gets us into trouble, because we start to have those cravings and desires to shut up and shut down the triggered emotions. And if you understand, a lot of this work, you guys, is very, very simple, but it's not easy because it's reprogramming and it's practice. And just like we have physical workouts, we have the mental workouts, we have the emotional workouts, we have the energy workouts, and knowing when you need them and when to pull them. And every single day is practice. You're either in practice or you're in game mode. Practice is like having the structure set up, because structure is what equals order. Order in your mind, order in your home, order in your business, order in that control is order. They're all in alignment. Control, power. When there's no structure, no solid foundation, is what leads to chaos. You might have gotten away with it for a little bit of time, but I can guarantee you it's always going to catch up to you. Everything in life has a consequence. There are no skipping steps. There are no skipping steps. And we're in a season where it is your job and so critical to check yourself, because that will impact so many things. And if we're talking about finances and money, money is currency. What is currency? Currency is energy. Where does that come from? Relationships, people. I mean, that's how I know the process to be. Showing up, accountability, follow through. You make a promise, you said you're going to deliver something, you better be able to deliver it. Because if we're talking about like consistent growing business, it's energy. Delivering what you said you were going to do is energy. Everything is that energetic state. So it's so critical that you really have those check-ins and be like, wait a second. Am I in a yellow light right now? Am I yellow lighting? Am I like about to hit red? Did I hit a threshold? And once you hit that threshold, if you say, I don't have time, because that's one of the biggest things, especially talking to my clients when we're working on reprogramming and learning how to get the mind on the own team, because there is that dialogue. I had that this morning before I went out and I did my rollerblade session. I didn't want to go to the gym. I wanted to be out, be near the water, recheck myself. And I was like, like the mind's like, oh, you have your meetings at 9, like you woke up a little bit late. I'm like, it's cool. I got this. Like this is going to strengthen your energy for the rest of the day. So no matter what happens, the expected and the unexpected, because I can't control, like I can plan out a day. We can plan out a day, but we really don't know what's going to happen within that day. But am I ready for anything? Always ready. Always ready. And the reason why we get confused and we feel lazy, because I did a lot of reprogramming with myself and also with my clients, we believe, and we've been conditioned to believe, that calm energy is laziness. Have you guys heard of that before? Calm energy is laziness, because you're in that calm energy. But when you're in that calm energy, that's like your superpower. That's your superpower because of the impact of putting you in that Zen space where you almost become like, you can anticipate things before they even happen. You can see things happen. In the Matrix where he like sees everything and he goes like slow-mo and he like checks it and it's like, whoa, you like see it coming. And everybody's like, how did you see that? Are you like a psychic? And I'm like, I'm connected. I put in the work. I do the work before the work. My clients do the work before they do the work. And it's so amazing to see the shifts and the miracles and the blessings that start to be received when you become connected and in check and in control of your energy, when your energy and everything else seems to be like falling apart. And so it's such an amazing, amazing thing. I really hope that you guys implement this and integrate it, because I want you to understand these lives that you go to, these podcasts that you listen to, these books that you read, as you're like an overachiever, and I'm sure you're a consumer too. So if you're going to buy anything, buy the 50% off Academy, because I'm not going to lie, my strength is the follow-up, the accountability, and the support. Like, I know what I'm good at. I know what to stay in my lane. And anybody that has my name attached to anything that I do, you're going to receive more than what's said. That I'm going to make sure that you win, because your wins are my wins and your losses are my losses. And I don't lose. I win. We might have a few little hiccups and maybe a few little falls, but you best believe you're going to get back up and you're going to win and you're going to go on that other side. And that I'm very confident about, because that's how I operate and that's how a lot of my students operate. And once you get on the other side, you will never go backwards. You will never, ever, ever go backwards. You might have a few habit relapses. So the Academy is 50% off until Friday. And go to www.tanyacoliver.com/Cyber Monday. If you have questions, as of now, I am available. I'm doing a few coaching consultation calls. If you have any like resistance, if you have any questions, you can send me a message. I'll be happy to answer. But you guys, wake up to this, because the world really needs you to show up as the highest expression of yourself. And you deserve it to yourself to be able to experience what life would be living in your full potential versus the possibility of it. So I love you guys so much. Hope you're having an amazing day. And if you're not, do not project it out on other people. Collect yourself. Do your breathing exercise. There's plenty other tools as well. And if you need any support, you can count on me. Just send me a message and I got you. All right, you guys. I love you so much. If nobody's told you today, I love you. You're doing amazing. Keep showing up, okay?